Hi, welcome to Coffee Conversations over Coffee. Today we are going to talk about some skills which are really not given importance in our career, but they actually are very, very important when you are actually finding resources for your company. I'm talking about recruitment. Though when you do your MBA HR, recruitment is not really an integral and a detailed focused part of the program. Okay, most of the programs offer generalistic roles, and what happens is students do their MBA HR, and when they start working in a company, they are recruited as a generalist, and they are doing only recruitment. Also, what I have seen is there is nothing specialized, no specialized course for recruitment, which is sad because when you're talking about the global capacity planning and fulfilling of resources for any company, uh, that becomes the most integral and very important part of starting a project. So you may get a project, but if you don't get the right people, everything, all timelines go for a toss, right? So today I'm going to talk about the recruitment industry and what the clients expect the recruiters to do. Uh, so my observation has always been every company now. Earlier it was not so. Earlier companies would outsource it very generously to the vendors and would work with them focusedly with the vendors on the recruit requirements. But now it is not so. Now I find that most of the companies, software companies, consulting companies, have their own recruitment team, and they are downloading requirements to the vendors only if their own team is not able to generate CVs or find CVs, though we all are working on the same platform. So, what is the result of this? Unfortunately, people who are into recruitment business and are thriving only on that as their income are finding it very difficult to find niche requirements or requirements which have already been, worked on by the company at their recruitment level. What is left, because every all tools are same, the tools are all same, it's how we use it. We do understand that, but when we are actively working with a company, every recruiter puts in effort and time and money on tools, and as such is also expecting some kind of closures per month to be able to sustain that cost and time. But what is now happening is that recruiters are caught between the client and the candidate. How, if you ask me? So the client has a very strict policy around that requirement, joining immediately in 15 days. Though when we do send CVs, probably the guy may not be interviewed for 15 days, and we have nothing, we can't do anything about it because we are the vendors, right? Now we have put in the effort to be able to find the kind of a person which otherwise is difficult to find with the notice period, right? So we have found someone without the notice period. But what is happening? We have done our part of the, we are taking care of our part of the deal, but the company is not even interviewing that person. Secondly, the company is now having certain policies that they are not looking at people with notice period at all. Now, if you ask me, it is not very easy to find people without notice period, because in the same company where we are giving people, they themselves have a notice period issue, right? Every company has 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. To be able to find somebody with 1 month of experience, 1 month of notice period or immediate joining becomes tougher. And though we find the right profiles, we are not able to place them because there are a lot of things which are the conditions put to the recruiter. And so what is really difficult for a recruiter? Recruiter does want to give 80% matching, 80 to 90% matching CVs. They do want to abide by every condition that you have laid down. But it is also important for the company to understand the time effort put in it, because we do not work on retainers. What I mean is the company has not paid us a retainer to be able to use our time and effort and resources to find that requirement or that person or the position, and we are the only ones who are losing in this game. The client is giving us a requirement and the candidate is offering himself, but we are the ones who are stuck with rules. I really wish that things were a little different. Either the vendors were treated seriously with respect, where they were given active requirements and not just requirements which are very difficult for their team to find, because the team is same, right? I mean, if I have recruiters, four recruiters, they are going to work on the same platform. One thing. Second thing is, when you're talking about immediate joiners, I think every company should understand the value of it when you're putting that value there. If you're saying I need a guy between 18 and 20 lakhs only, and if you're giving your right person, you need to act on it. It is not fair that we keep working, we keep sending CVs, and we are not finding the right fit according to the company, though we are finding good matches. Having said that, even the candidates are lopsided, because many a times candidates do not reply, do not respond, do not send adequate information that we seek, do not have CVs with right dates. Small minute details are missing. They are absconding when we are trying to coordinate interviews, and even when they are there for the interview, post interview, they're not ready to go for walk-ins nowadays, nor face to face interviews. They want to be given money for travel. If, for instance, if a guy is working in Hyderabad and he is now in the hometown working remotely for his current company, to be able to come and give an interview in Hyderabad, he wants the company to pay, and he's not ready to travel if there's no payment coming. So what I'm trying to put through here is that the recruiter's job is not as easy as it was earlier. Earlier there was a problem with resources because we didn't have tools, but today the tools are there. But there are so many things happening. The guys who don't accept offer, the guy who are shopping. I think the candidates also need to understand the seriousness of a company giving them an offer letter. I think there should be a time where companies stop hiring people who are on notice periods. They should not. If they are on notice period or they have an offer, they should not be made a counter offer. There are certain rules that even the candidate needs to follow, not just the recruiter and the company. So, guys, if you are you need some kind of training, tricks, or understanding of how recruitment is done, uh, I would be very pleased to answer your questions. You can question me in the comment section, and I will definitely answer them. Having said that, recruiting needs now specialization, and I think the companies and the candidates need to understand our role and how crucial it is, and we are the ones who are at loss both ways. And we're still working and trying to find good candidates, and we're trying to get positions filled. So let's respect the recruiters and their job. Though we are not considered the HR, we are not considered a part of HR, but we are a big part of HR. Okay, we are one separate part of HR. Okay, we work on our own. Recruitment in itself is one skill. Like in HR, there are variety of skills. Generalist role does most of the things, and they have people. We recruiters do one thing, and that is getting the right people on board, and that we are people focused, and we are through the day on the phone trying to locate good CVs. So whoever is wanting to be a recruiter, I need to tell you this, that it is not as easy as it sounds. It's a very difficult job or a profile, and if you really want to be a recruiter, you need to be able to find new ways of finding CVs. Thank you till more. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments and I will reply. Signing off. Bye.